Good morning, everyone. This is Kelly at the Inky Gnome for Miss Ink Stamps, and today I am doing a Get Well Witches card using one of the witches in the new of the magic sets that we have. First, I'm just taking a card front. I cut a piece of white heavyweight cardstock the same size as my card front so I can just lay this right on top of a folded card when I'm finished. And I'm just going to do some ink blending for a background first on the white paper. I'm kind of doing a gradient with some pinks and blue and purple, just getting light to dark as I head up to the top of the page. You know, all of the magic sets. I'm using the So Charming in this one with the witch as my main image on the card front. And Misery Loves Company for a little get well sentiment that I'm going to stamp on the bottom. But they're really, this time of year, I love Halloween, so these would be great for Halloween projects, but they're really great for all year long, whether people are kind of into that fantasy thing of witches and wizards or not, because there's so many different sentiments on them to use for different occasions that they can really be used for anything. And along with some of the stencils and the smaller images that come with them, there's a lot that you can change about them to look different ways, which you'll see me doing in this with one of the stencils as well. So as I said, I'm using the So Charming is where my main image is coming from that I'm going to be using in a minute here. I'm using the lightning bolts stencil. That's what I'm going to do now. There's the image that I already have cut out that I'm going to color to use, but I'm just using some masking tape, kind of putting her where she's going to end up on the card front. So I can just kind of eyeball where I want this. What I'm doing is I want it to look like she is kind of casting the get well spell. So I want the lightning bolts to look like they're kind of coming out of her wand right there. So I'm just masking off where I want them to go and holding the stencil there for a second while I apply some glue. I'm going to do glitter for this one so that it really stands out against that dark up at the top. So I'm just using a little bit of collage medium. You could really use any type of glue for that, and just getting that all over where I want the lightning bolts to show up. Then you can pull the tape off and just put on sprinkle on your glitter or whatever you want to stick to that those shapes. Just make sure it's all over. I'm mixing a couple colors and then just gonna shake it off. I'm just putting a little bit so I don't have too much waste. Just getting a couple different colors in there to mix together and tap that off. Now, because glitter is very staticky, you'll see it kind of sticks around where it was also touching, even where there isn't glue. So if you just wait until the glue is completely dry, you can take a very soft, I just use a cheap face brush, like a powder brush, but you could use any real soft, like fluffy brush and just brush right over it once it's dry, and then it'll pick up all of that glitter that's on the part of the paper just from static that doesn't actually have glue holding it on, and it'll just take that right off. I'm just using some the Tri-Blend markers to just color her, and I'm just using the colors from my background as a guide, and picking colors that match that so that she kind of matches with the background but stands out a little bit lighter, and she'll be going on the bottom where the card front is a little bit lighter. So I'm just using some blues and pinks and purples to go with that background front. And like I said, she is from the So Charming set, which has a lot of great characters in it and a lot of great small stamps to go along with them. I'm just coloring her in. I like the little feathers that are on her witch's hat as well. They're so cute. I'm just going to finish coloring her in, and I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of her so that she kind of stands out from that card background a little bit. And there you can see the lightning bolts in the blue. Isn't she cute? I really love that one. And it's a good size too. It's big enough to be able to color really well, but still to fit in with a lot of other images if you want. And I just stamped that Get Well Soon image you can see on the bottom there from the Misery Loves Company set, which has a lot of great little sentiments like that in it to use. I'm just popping her up on the foam tape there, and it's all done. I'm just going to throw that all onto a folded card, and it's ready to go. I can't wait to send it out today to a friend. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your October and a great Halloween. Thank you. Bye-bye.